Fill up your fuel tanks now. There's been a critical infrastructure attack on the Colonial Pipeline, meaning fuel shortages. Fuel increases are on the way. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. That's what we're talking about today. But first off, please subscribe, please hit the like button, please comment below, and check and make sure that you're still subscribed if you want to be. The algorithm unsubscribes people all the time. So please help support the channel. Make sure that you resubscribe, and when you actually click it, that you actually are subscribed. And when you click the thumbs up, the number actually goes up one, because it does its things. Colonial Pipeline, yes. Alabama, fuel shortages on the way, possibly. So this is my first premiere video. I wanted to film this, talk about it, and then set it as a premiere so I can talk to you guys in the chats to see what you guys are seeing. Here, where I live in Western Washington, I'm not seeing anything yet. Did I top off my fuel tanks? Yes, I did. Did I fill all my fuel cans? Yes, I did. Is this a permanent fix? No, it is not. Because obviously, if we get into fuel shortages or fuel increases, you're going to, unless you have unlimited supply, you're going to run out of what you have. And you're going to have to deal with it then. That's what I talk about all the time. Prepping so you don't rely on things like that you can't reproduce. Reproduce and produce what you can. Grow your own food, raise your own animals, those kind of things. But you can't refine your own oil. You can't make your own gasoline. You can't make your own diesel. Well, you can make biodiesel. And there's other things, wood gas and propane and other things. Yes, I get it. But for the most part, for most people, fuel is, it's limited. You don't have the ability to reproduce it. So what's going on? This is a big critical infrastructure attack, cyber attack by, from what I've been hearing, probably foreign nations, maybe China, maybe North Korea, maybe Iran. Don't really know. There's a lot of foreign actors out there that, don't like us here. So, but this is a big deal. It's going to have effect on us. It's going to affect fuel prices. It's going to affect the availability of fuel. So tell me, please, what you're seeing. If you're seeing anything going on in your state, in your location, where you are. Are you seeing lines at fuel stations? Are you seeing fuel stations out of fuel? Anything like that. Because this is the kind of thing that affects us as preppers. It affects everybody. It's just us as preppers. We need to be one step ahead of the game. And I know I'm kind of getting to this, a day or two late. But I hadn't heard about it before then because I don't really get on social media. I don't watch the news, stuff like that. My wife was watching something. She heard about it. So we did a little bit of research on it, found out about it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, why not? We're headed into town anyway to grab a couple things. Let's just top off our fuel tanks. So my truck's full of 40 gallons of diesel. I have five 6-gallon cans also for the truck, as well as some other fuel for the car, and the car is topped off, stuff like that. So do I have an unlimited supply? No, I do not. Would I run out? Yes, of course. That's why I don't count on having my vehicles in an SHTF scenario. But what else is this? This is a snowball effect because trucks need fuel to bring groceries to stores, right? They need trucks to bring your clothing to stores. Everything you use, the consumable goods, everything you see at a store came from a truck. Those trucks need fuel. Fuel being in shorter supply, hopefully not for a long-term effect, but for a time being, at least, there will be some effect, a negative effect on us. And I think it'll probably reach across the nation, although it's mainly what I'm hearing is East Coast, kind of the eastern half of the country. It'll be much more affected by this than us here on the West Coast. Because our oil comes into our own ports, we have our own refineries, stuff like that. So, but I bet, just because of the fact that something like this happens, all the other fuel companies are like, oh, well, let's raise prices for no reason whatsoever. So I'm sure that'll happen. And then also, maybe the refineries in the West Coast will have to ship fuel to the East Coast, meaning less fuel on the West Coast. So it's all a snowball. It affects a lot of things. It affects everything we buy. Everything we buy. So what are you guys seeing out there? Let me know in the comments section. Like I said, this is Premiere, so I'll be in the comments section chatting with you guys. and seeing what you guys are thinking about this. This is another one of those reasons why I say and push self-sufficiency. Growing your own garden, like you see my garden. We're growing it all the time. We're making it bigger. We're adding raised beds. We're adding containers. We're doing everything we can. Well, maybe not everything we can, but we're doing a lot. We're adding a lot, and we're growing a lot. Raising your own animals is also a vital key or part of this. I admit I'm not there yet, but I have people all around me, little hobby farms, mini farms, people, my next door neighbors raising chickens and eggs. All around me, people have chickens and eggs and goats and cows and all kinds of stuff. So we'll be fine. But what about you in your area? Are you going to be fine? What availability do you have other than the grocery store to get stuff? Do you have local farms you can barter with? Or local food co-ops or ranches or anything like that? This is something to know up here of those groups or of those people, of those things. Know where they are. Make contact with them now. I always say don't wait till SHTF, because then they're going to want to be like holding on to theirs. If you build a relationship with them prior to that, then they know you, and they may be more willing to let something go or to trade with you, to barter with you. So this is going to have an effect on a lot of different things. And it's a big warning for the future. Where do we go forward from here? What other cyber attacks are going to happen? Other attacks on our infrastructure are probably on the way, because that is a means, a method that our enemies, our adversaries, can use to affect us. That's very easy. They don't even have to come over here. They don't have to worry about a lot of other things. All they have to do is get on a computer and hack. Yeah, it's something anybody can do from anywhere. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that our critical infrastructure is very reliant on the, computers, electronics, the internet, the Wi-Fi and everything. The way they control each other and the way these systems work is they're very reliant on the grid and the internet. So it's a very easy way. It may not be easy, but it's a way that our adversaries can attack us. And look for that in the future. Keep your eyes and ears open. Keep your head on a swivel. What else is out there? What else is going to come up on the horizon? Fuel is a big one, because they know that fuel, if they shut down refineries, that's a big one, or pipelines, because then it affects so many other things. That is a perfect way to attack a country, because it has such a snowball effect. It affects so many different things: food distribution, water distribution, all the goods and services that everybody needs all come and are all reliant on fuel. And some people may use this as a push to go away from fuel. Whatever. Whatever. But it is what it is. We're where we're at right now. We are reliant upon it. It does affect us. So we need to be aware of that. I recommend you guys, like I start off the video, go out and fill up your fuel tanks. Get some, if you have some extra fuel cans, fill them up, because you know what? Why not? Even if where you live sees very, very minimal effect from this, which hopefully that's the case. Hopefully you're not affected at all. Hopefully this doesn't become a big thing. Hopefully it doesn't affect us very badly. But why not be prepared? Prepping is living insurance, right? We talk about that all the time. We prep out of peace of mind, not out of fear. We're not doing this because we're scared of running out of stuff. We're doing it so that we don't have to be scared. We don't have to have fear when things like this happen, when things are affected by different things, or they snowball. Because this could go into the whole food production. What do farmers need to harvest crops? They need tractors. Tractors need fuel. And then they go to the processing facilities. All that stuff, it needs fuel. And then to get from the farm to the processing facility, from there to the packing facility, from there to the distribution center, from there to the store. Okay? It's a big, long chain, and each one of those steps needs fuel. So each one of those steps, having increased fuel prices, adds a little bit to the price. By the time it gets to you, that adds a lot to the price. So that's something to be aware of. So like I said, stockpile food, stockpile water, stockpile seeds, self-reliance. Growing your own food is so important, so important. just being as independent of the system as possible. If you're not reliant on those trucks rolling, then who cares? How many of us are truly there? Probably almost none of us are truly there, because we can't make everything. I don't have machines that make clothing like this. I don't have the ability to make my own concrete, although I might be able to figure something like that out. I don't have my ability to do a lot of things. I can't make my own screws, my own nuts, my own bolts, my own toilet paper, although there's alternatives. There's alternatives and there's old school ways of doing it. Drilling holes with hand drills, using wooden plugs as nails, the way people used to do things. That's why all these old school skills and old school like homesteading type things and bushcraft, wilderness survival, and all the forgotten skills are very important to us as preppers, because the more of that stuff we know, the more people that are around us know stuff like that and can help us out and we can help each other out, then the better off we'll be. The less affected we'll be by events like this. So, here again, please let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. I'd like to keep an eye on this. I'd like to keep, track of what's going on, because I want to know, because knowledge is power, right? This is the most important tool you have as a prepper, is your mind and your ability to deal and to roll with and to be flexible in different situations. The term semper gumby, military term I love, means always flexible. That's very important. Being able to roll the punches and shift your focus due to what's going on now, what current events are, and also trying to get an advanced glimpse of what you think might be coming. Like you see something with a fuel pipeline or a fuel refinery. Well, then okay, I know that's going to affect food prices. So let's go buy some more food. I can't do much in the fuel department because I only have a couple extra cans. Okay, I'm eventually going to run out of fuel. But if I don't need to go to the store all the time to get food, I don't have to waste that precious fuel I do have to go get things like food, because I'm already good on food. So I can use that precious fuel to do things that I have to do. So mitigate anything that you have to use fuel for as much as possible, so that you're independent from that system. But then have as much fuel as you can. Long-term storage, get stay bill, stuff like that. I'm not worried about long-term though. I'm talking about, a couple months. Maybe this might affect us. I don't know. But it will affect us. And we will see effects on this. So like I said again, let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. And this is my first premiere. So I will be in the chat section over here talking to you guys about this while you're watching this video. I didn't even know what this premiere thing was until watching Six Shooter the other day did a premiere. And I realized, oh, that's what it means. It means that you guys are watching the video, yet I'm chatting with you kind of like it's a live stream, but I'm not live. It's a pre-recorded video. So the idea is awesome. But anyway, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please make sure you stay subscribed. You get unsubscribed all the time. I've been unsubscribed from a lot of channels. I've been unsubscribed from channels that I'm a moderator of, even. So make sure you do that. And do that for all the other channels that you care about. All the other prepping channels and stuff. Make sure you stay subscribed to them. Because we gotta do the things. We gotta stand for what we believe in. Anyway, prepping is living insurance. Remember that. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.